Welcome and good morning, dear friends. Here we are. New day, new beginning. No, God is not kidding us when He proposes a new beginning every day. Nature is refreshed when we sleep. Science shows to us that our bodies restore its abilities to function well. So sleep is so important. Some people think that sleep is a waste of time, but it's not. Sleep helps us physically, emotionally, spiritually. Spiritually, we go places, we are treated, we learn, we can even be useful. Physically, we restore our health. Emotionally, we recharge for a new day. And when we begin with a reflection and a moral goal that will lead us, give us the north for the day, we're ready to go to the school of life, learn, be tested, and help others. Today, in that line of thought, in the beautiful book, United Hymns, Emmanuel is going to tell us in chapter 42, suggestions of the parable. Habitually, he says, we go back to the parable of the Good Samaritan solely to exalt the generosity of that traveling noble soul before the unhappy men. However, we are forced to highlight the human expectation with reflections that the fallen companion inside was articulating for sure. How much that man who was fallen was awaiting anxiously for the needed help. So Emmanuel is saying, let us now look at the parable of the Good Samaritan from the perspective of the fallen man, the man who was there in need of help. When he saw the priest and the other men who passed by, they quickly went away. He possibly asked himself, what is worth having so much culture and spiritual preparation if they abandoned him to himself? And observing the Samaritan that came near him, he didn't ask who he was, what he was doing, what he knew, what he had, or to where he was going. With his eyes, see, he supplicated for help, and in the silence of the heart, he thanked the blessing of the extended arms. The narration of Jesus talks about two men who evidently were qualified to give help, to serve, but they were quick to run away, taking care of their own conveniences. And he mentioned the other one, completely unknown, who consecrated himself to solidarity. With this in mind, the Divine Master proclaims to us all, to the tasks of mutual help. Many times before the fallen of the body or the soul. We quickly give escape justifications only with the idea to not be fraternal at all. In various occasions, when we are asked to help others in our daily life, those who suffer more than we do, we negligently reply, "But who am I? I am nothing. I am a bag full of imperfections. I wish I could help." However, let us situate ourselves in the place and the anguishing expectation of the fallen brother in the road. And let us recognize that Jesus awaits us as we are, and the way we are to serve. Thus, serving, we will end up learning that we are all children of God. And if today we enjoy the privilege of giving, maybe tomorrow we will be in the need to receive. What is worth knowing so much? How many of us know here a little bit of spirituality, of the gospel of Jesus? And what are we doing with it? Some people claim, "Oh, I'm doing so much." Okay, Mentor Joseph says, write down the math. If 1 week has 128 hours, how much of this week in percentage are we actually devoting ourselves to others? Let's say, in a quick math, okay? We devote ourselves, we're going to be generous here, 3 hours per week. It's around 1% of the whole week. And then the rest of the week, we were selfishly taking care of ourselves. Let's say we get together with our community and do peanut butter jelly sandwiches. 1 hour. It's less than 1% of our week. And then we go home, we feel like, "Oh my gosh, I did so much." Yes, we did something, but it's not enough. And then we spend the rest of our week refusing to give of everything God gave us to people in our lives. And it's to the child in our lives. Nowadays, parents don't want to parent. They want to outsource the caregiving. They want tutors to tutor their kids. They want caregivers to take care of them. So why do you have a child if you're not going to parent this child? To parents, not to pay the bills. That's a sponsor. To parent is not about saying hi and bye, I love you, but actually not loving at all. And if your child is already a grown up, an adult in college or married with children, are we there available emotionally, spiritually? We're not talking about helicopter parent. We're talking about true parenting. And what about our spouse? Sometimes they come home, they're not feeling well when we say, "I'm not well either. I'm also tired." Well, can't we forget about ourselves for a minute and just put the other person center stage? What about that friend? They come talk to us. The minute they hang up, we call other people and start telling the world. They are our friend. If somebody in a critical moment shared their intimacy to you and you share it with others, it's just criminal because they counted on you, they relied upon you, and now you are telling others. It's even worse than what the Pharisee did, the publican did to the Samaritan man. Because not only we didn't give help, but we made their lives even worse. Vanessa, it's so gloomy, this talk. No, it's not. Emmanuel is asking us to reflect from the perspective of those who need help. If we have something to give, give. The other day, Virginia and I were driving from school to home. And then there was this man. We knew him, the beggar. He's very sympathetic. And that day we didn't have any cash. But we talked to him, we opened our window, talked to him. And then when I was going home, Mentor Joseph said, "Is this it, Vanessa? I know you were very friendly, but remember he needs cash." Okay, so we turned around and we found a way to give him cash. He didn't ask for it. When we came back, he was so surprised. Surprised because we talked at length. He was satisfied. What a soul. He taught us something. But we also learned that we need to give more than we actually plan. You think giving something is good? Give more. Because the day we discarnate, we're going to regret not giving everything we could to those who are in our lives. So let us pray today that we adjust ourselves sooner than later, because the ticket back to the spiritual home may be today. I don't know. Nobody knows. And if it is, let's give it all. Let us then visualize Master Jesus, the master of all of us, the doctor of our souls. Master, 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 you've been calling us for so long, for thousands of years, sending your friends, your messengers, and we've been resisting and even using you to achieve conveniences, to achieve goals that were often not noble at all. But thank you for sending the promised consoler, the Spiritist message that brings us new light, renewal, and we rejoice into the learning experience of empathy, thinking of those who are in need of help. And we think, what would you like to receive we ourselves if we were in their shoes? Thank you for this awareness. We visualize your loving sacred heart emanating light, love, peace. And we feel your presence in our lives, in our homes, showering each and every cell of our minds and bodies with health, balance, and harmony. We visualize our loved ones, our means of transportation, enveloped in your light, our neighbors, our friends, our community, our cities, states, countries. Light, dear Lord, the light of your love, conquering every mind in this planet, transforming our planet Earth in pure, radiating love. Thank you, Master Jesus. And so be it. Yes. We did it. Today is the day. We're going to be more empathetic, huh? Because tomorrow we're going to need a big deal. We give today, we receive tomorrow, and then we give again, and then we receive. It's give and receive. That's life. But let us not forget to give, because we are part of the human family. Thank you, friends. Thank